So here's the scoop. The excitement on the track took an unexpected turn after the post-race disqualification of none other than the powerhouse Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Why? Well, they ran afoul of the technical regulations, and now it's causing a real stir. But hold on, the plot thickens. There's a team, let's call them H for now, stirring the pot even more by launching a legal appeal. They're aiming to shake up the entire grid's results, and the battleground? Alleged track limits violations, especially at the notorious Turn 6 of the Circuit of the Americas. In this breakdown, we are diving deep into the nitty-gritty of this legal battle. We'll dissect the bold moves made by Team H and explore the potential ripple effects on the race results. Brace yourselves, folks, because the drama isn't just confined to the track, it's seeping into an already heated season. Mercedes' disqualification shakes up US Grand Prix. The dust settles after the heart-pounding race in Austin, and bam! Controversy hits hard. Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc found themselves in hot water during post-race scrutineering. What for, you ask? Well, it turns out their cars were pushing the boundaries a bit too much. And not in a good way. The FIA, with their eagle eyes, spotted abnormal wear on the plank of their machines. Now, that might sound like technical jargon, but in plain English, it meant trouble. This discovery led to the jaw-dropping disqualification of both Hamilton and Leclerc. Can you believe it? The stars of the show, out of the running. But here's where it gets even juicier. This disqualification wasn't just a slap on the wrist, it was the spark that ignited a wildfire of scrutiny across the entire race. Imagine the scene. Whispers of rule violations, raised eyebrows, and a cloud of uncertainty hanging over the results. Track limit fiasco. The United States Grand Prix was more than just a race. It was a battleground for controversy. And the epicenter? Track limits. Zoom in on the FIA president, the one and only Mohammed bin Sulayem, who had sounded the alarm bells even before the US Grand Prix kicked off. He'd been banging the drum, emphasizing the urgent need for circuits to tighten the reins on track limit violations. It was a call to arms that foreshadowed the storm that was about to hit. Fast forward to the aftermath of the US Grand Prix, and the drama didn't disappoint. Drivers, not holding back, voiced their concerns about track limit abuses. Sergio Perez, among others, pointed fingers directly at Turn 6, where the line between fair play and rule bending seemed to blur. The battle over track limits is like a chess game, where every move matters. The stakes are high, and the outcome could reshape the very essence of racing. This drama wasn't just confined to the driver's seats. It was playing out right under the watchful eye of a misaligned CCTV camera at Turn 6. Talk about a plot twist. The very camera, meant to keep an eagle eye on the track limits, decided to play hooky, allowing a handful of daredevils to cut corners without so much as a slap on the wrist. Investigations unfolded like a detective novel, revealing the CCTV camera's little secret. Williams' Alex Albon found himself under the magnifying glass. But here's where it gets interesting. He slipped through the cracks. Why? The footage, or the lack thereof. Without proper evidence, Albon got the green light, and it's a classic case of no video, no foul. But that's not the end of the story. A whopping 35 track limit infringements were logged during the race. Hold on to your helmets though. None of them were specifically at Turn 6. It's like a game of hide and seek, F1 style. The question now is, who were the master tacticians that navigated the track limit maze unscathed? Game-changing appeal after US Grand Prix. Around 2 weeks post-race, the mysterious Team H drops a legal bomb on the FIA doorstep. Legal appeal alert! Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill appeal. It's a heavyweight contender, and it's about to shake up the very foundations of the US Grand Prix controversy. Team H, the enigmatic game-changer, set their sights on the heart of the matter, the mismanagement of track limits at the notorious Team 6. Armed with evidence from the onboard cameras of all drivers, they're pointing fingers at what they believe is a gross injustice. Fast forward to the legal battleground, and H's lawyers are making bold claims. They argue that the track limit infringements, if dealt with properly, could have dished out additional 5-second penalties, like confetti at a celebration. Imagine that! A cascade of penalties that might have rewritten the race outcome entirely. Team H is basically saying, hey, FIA, we've got the receipts, and there's a whole bunch of rule breakers that slipped through the cracks. Team H argue that new evidence has surfaced, and it's not just any evidence. We're talking onboard camera footage, the kind of stuff that could rewrite the history books. Now, here's where it gets spicy. The FIA, the big bosses of Formula 1, admit they didn't have access to this footage during the race. Imagine that! The very evidence that could flip the script wasn't even on the radar. Talk about a plot twist! Enter the right to review process, a rule that gives teams a 14-day window post-race to present new evidence that might shake up the results. Team H, seizing the opportunity, is waving the fresh onboard camera footage like a checkered flag, claiming it holds the keys to unlocking the truth. Will this revelation be the twist that redefines winners and losers? Only time will tell, and we are here, trackside, bringing you every twist and turn. Who's on the potential winner's podium, you ask? Brace yourselves. Nico Hülkenberg could be making a jump from 11th to 7th. Now that's a leap. And it doesn't stop there. George Russell, Pierre Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda, and Valtteri Bottas might all be popping the champagne a bit earlier than expected. Imagine the financial frenzy, the sponsors recalculating, and the teams strategizing for the unexpected windfall. It's like a poker game where the stakes just went through the roof. Stewart summons trio for F1 appeal face-off. Now that Team H dropped the legal bomb, and now the FIA has called in the cavalry. Red Bull, Aston Martin, and Williams, the trio that left tire marks at the US Grand Prix, are all summoned to the ultimate face-off with the stewards. It's like a courtroom drama, but with the roar of engines in the background. Now, why the summons? Well, it's in response to Team H's appeal, and it's not just for show. The meeting, scheduled for November 8th, screams one thing: the FIA smells something fishy, and they're digging deep. This isn't your average post-race debrief, it's a full-on investigation. The fact that these teams are summoned means the FIA believes there's enough meat on the bone to warrant a closer look. We're talking serious business here. Imagine the tension in that room on November 8th, the teams defending their honor, presenting arguments, and the stewards with the power to shape the narrative of the US Grand Prix controversy. It's a high-stakes poker game, and the winner takes all. And there you have it, F1 for you fam, the high-octane ride through the twists and turns of the United States Grand Prix controversy, from disqualifications to legal appeals, track limit dramas, and the potential reshuffling of the race results. It's been a roller coaster on and off the track. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay in the fast lane with all things F1. Your pit stop for adrenaline-pumping updates, insider insights, and the latest buzz from the world of Formula 1. As we eagerly await the outcome of the stewards' meeting and the resolution of Team H's appeal, stay revved up, F1 for you enthusiasts. The racing world is never short on surprises, and we'll be here, trackside, ready to bring you all the breaking news. Until next time, keep the engines roaring, the rubber burning, and we'll catch you in the fast lane on F1 for you. Take care, race on, and may the checkered flag always wave in your favor.